no boots on. Let's see if I can actually. There we go. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah, I need to fix these wires soon. All right. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Pop out the chat. Oops. There we go. All right. So, today, I'm mostly going to be focusing on getting these things attached. Because right now they're loose. So I'm going to Velcro those down, and then I'm going to fly a little bit more. Cool. All right. And while I'm gluing them down, I'm going to turn on the latest news. Around the world.
This week, we chat with design director from Foundry 42, Mr. Todd Pappy. Community manager Jared Huckabee sits down with the streaming community's biggest, Richard, and we take a look at the continuing development of procedural planets in the ATV Fast Forward. All this and more on this week's Around the Verse.
Nice shot, man. Oh no, they just lay down. Alright. Ah, yes.
Arrowhead sniper rifle in action. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. That's one of the weapons added to Star Citizen 2.3. You can get that by exploring shipwrecks or by shooting down a level 5 criminal.
Level 5 criminal. Greetings, citizens, and welcome to Around the Verse. I'm Sandy.
There you are.
I know I am. No, I'm not. Greetings, citizens, and welcome to Around the Verse, Cloud Imperium's weekly look at Star Citizen by developers and for the community. I'm Sandy Garland.
And I'm Ben Lesnick.
Ben, how are things looking today?
Well, great. Star Citizen Alpha 2.3 is out on the live servers right now with all sorts of new additions like the sniper rifle we just saw. Seems to be very stable, and you have access to more than 30 different flyable ships. We've got FPS mechanics, we've got a giant arena that you can explore and interact in, and we've got things like Arena Commander for dogfighting and racing, and the Hangar module and ArcCorp for exploring.
And what are the team working on today?
Well, I'm happy to announce that we've just branched to 2.4, which means that kind of development has centralized around the features we want to get out in the next patch, and you'll be hearing more about that in the coming weeks.
And I understand that I went on a little adventure today.
Yes, I forgot to hand that over to you. And I understand you went on a little adventure today. How was that?
I did. I went out to our shippers' warehousing out at the City of Industry. So Alexis and I went out there to look at the different warehouses to improve our logistics of shipping merchandise to you guys. We're looking at this primarily for the collector's boxes, but going forward for all of our merchandise.
Yeah, 'cause traditionally we ship things from right where the factory is, and now we are thinking we can do it better.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully have local warehousing in the States here, in LA, and also in Europe, and also potentially in Australia.
Sounds good.
Yay. April Fools, we delivered a career of food delivery that everybody seemed to like. I really enjoyed it. We also shot a little video that was green screened and with some fun music.
And we've heard from people everywhere. You all want the Big Betty skin for the Reliant. It's not something we can put in the game today, but we appreciate your passion. As for food delivery in general, you will certainly be delivering things in the game, and why not food? So some of it may be closer to reality than it seems.
Themes?
Themes.
Themes?
Themes. Themes.
Seems. I actually wouldn't mind doing some food delivery. That'd be fun, I think.
Yeah.
The monthly report drops tomorrow. Check the con link for an in-depth report from each of our studios.
What is the next one? No flare is not what our concierge backers will be saying, as the long-promised concierge flare will be delivered tomorrow. Here's a sneak peek.
Check it out. Yesterday was the 25th anniversary of the Secret Missions 2 Crusade, the second mission disc for the original Wing Commander. And a 25th anniversary means a live stream, so join Ben, Jared, Toast, and a few more of us on Saturday at noon Pacific as they take on the Empire of Kilra one more time. That's all the Wing Commander for today. Now let's check in with our studios around the world.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Los Angeles, California. You're here with Eric Karen Davis, and I have our newest person that joined us here in the LA office. Welcome. What is your name?
My name is Jin. Hi.
And Jin is our new 3D vehicle artist, working with Elwin and Daniel. And Jin, if you could real quick, what are you working on? What's the first thing you're doing here?
Actually, I got a 3D model from my manager Arvin, and then I'm working on wrapping the vehicle.
The vehicle Caterpillar.
Yeah,
The Caterpillar.
Yeah,
So new, day one, back to the Caterpillar.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome. And what are you doing on the Caterpillar?
So I'm just wrap up on the over the interior stuff, to make it fit, and then I will send that my model to the 2D concept artist.
To Justin, right? You're
Yeah,
working with
yes,
Justin.
Justin.
Justin's doing the Caterpillar. Awesome. We're very excited you joined us this week. A couple other updates for LA. As Jen just said, Justin's actively working on the concept art for the Caterpillar. Caterpillar is a really big ship for us here in Los Angeles. And there's a bunch of other stuff, obviously, we're working on. The light marine is being worked on, as well as some shaders and texture items with Omar. Omar's been actively working a lot on the characters and the heads and getting ready for Squadron 42, as well as just for the Persistent Universe. So that is our updates this week for Los Angeles. We're looking forward to talking to you again next week. Again, I'm Eric, and
I'm Jen.
all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Hey guys, Jake Ross here, producer of the Austin studio, and I'm here with you this week to talk a little bit about what's going on here in Austin. We are we're focusing hard on shopping all the time here. That's the kind of the name of the game right now, and I'm kind of the lead producer on that feature, and Rob Reiniger is our lead designer here in Austin. He's kind of the development lead on that feature, so it's a big focus for us, and so I'm going to give you a big update on shopping today. So first of all, our shop inventory schema has been set up by the guys at Behavior, and what that means is now that we have a schema set up in DataForge, which I'm sure you've heard talked about before. It's kind of a big data center for a lot of stuff that goes on in our game, and so the schema will be in DataForge, and we will have Rob go in and kind of fill out everything in that schema that will appear in our shops. So that's where our shop inventories will live. That's where the game will pull the data from to populate the stores with. And it'll have all the information that you see in mobiGlas listed there as well, including the price. So that's one other thing we've been working on is a pricing formula for all our commodities and components and weapons and ships. Everything has to have a price, and so before it was kind of on Voyager Direct, and now we're moving everything into game, and it's going to be a slow transition, but we'll hopefully get everything into the game with the proper price that it'll have in the real game, and that's kind of what alpha currency is all about, which is the next thing I'll talk about, is our new currency that we're going to be rolling out. Internally, we call it alpha currency. Not sure if the name will change or not, but it's basically just a test currency. That's all it is for. It's there to exist, to test with, and then to be wiped away. And so, we're hoping it's going to be kind of like the Arena Commander leaderboards, where every now and then we have like a season, and then we wipe it and start a new season. And so it's really there for us to kind of hone in on what the prices should be like, balance the game a little bit, without having to mess with y'all's real hard-earned dollars and UEC. So that's kind of what alpha currency is all about, and you'll be able to earn alpha currency in game via completing missions, killing players that have a high wanted level, taking down tons of pirate swarms and that kind of thing. So you'll still be able to earn the alpha currency in game, and then and use that in the shops when it comes online. So that's pretty cool thing that we're going to have. But all of those prices are set in the shop inventory schema that has just been made. So it all kind of ties together like that. And then along those same lines, Cubby Blast. We've set up the shop inventory for Cubby Blast, and it includes what you've seen in there so far. If you've ever gone into Area 18, kind of gone around, looked inside Cubby Blast there. It's really just for show right now, but you kind of see what we're going for there. We have the weapon racks all set up, so you can see the different weapons that we have. One thing we are adding for this go around are these pedestal things that'll sit in the back of Cubby Blast that will have mannequins standing on them, and on those mannequins we'll have armor. We'll have this new flight suit that the character team is working on here. So and a few variants of that flight suit. So we were thinking about, well, what makes sense, because Cubby Blast, it's a personal weapons shop, but we don't have an armor shop set up yet. There is an armor shop dedicated solely to armor on the Levski landing zone in Nix, but for this first release we won't have that. So we want to make sure that we still provide players with an opportunity to have armor, to have these flight suits that I'm talking about, So we thought maybe we put them in Kasaba, but it just didn't make sense fictionally to be in there. So we're going to put those in Cubby Blast. So we needed a spot in Cubby Blast for those mannequins, so we're setting up a space just for that. So that's kind of what we're working on with Cubby Blast. So yeah, Cubby Blast, shop inventory and pricing. Lots of different things going into shopping. All people from all different kinds of departments from all over the company on this project are putting their hard work into it. So it's going to be a big thing, and we're excited to put it out there in your hands. So look forward to that, guys. Cool. That's all I have for you this week. Thanks. I'll see you around.
Hi guys, welcome to the UK. It's Tom here, and you might be wondering where I am. It's still in the UK, but just in a different meeting room than usual. Turns out the one I usually use is booked at the moment, so I'm currently in what we call Morse. It's a tiny little conference call room, just for a couple of people. But other one, Doyle and Bodie up here on 3rd floor, they're both taken for meetings with LA and Austin. So I've had to kind of squeeze in here, but it's all good. Hopefully you can still see and hear me. We actually have like 3 floors here in the UK now. Just as a sort of quick word as to personnel, we're up to I think around 160 staff here in the UK. So we had to expand and get another floor. So now 1st floor's opened with QA and the Carrots team on. They've got a meeting room there called Vera. Don't know if you can guess the theme so far. The one on ground floor is called Taggart. So some of you might have heard of those as British police detectives. So yeah, we're certainly spending a lot of time on our hiring at the moment. There's lots of recruitment going on, myself included, with production, looking to fill a producer role and a couple of associate producer roles. So it does take quite a bit of time, but things are ticking over. The team's still working hard on all the features and all the tech needed for the project. So it's kind of business as usual. Speaking with a few of the producers before, we're still getting these implementation passes in, doing the usual cycles with QA and getting in things like player health system, Volta Mantle in, got some the weapon gameplay iterating on, and landing in a back of an Idris, some of the core tech work as well. It's just got up with one of our guys on the game systems side who's working on this thing called spawn bundles, all to do with like this core tech of being able to have the game kind of compartmentalize items and large numbers of items, and make these things called object containers, which the level streaming or layer streaming can kind of deal with appropriately and efficiently, and so on. So yeah, lots of core tech work going on, as well as all the high level feature stuff that perhaps is a bit more prominent in the live patches when you get your hands on those things. So yeah, that's about it for this week. Sorry my time's up, but it's been nice catching up with you guys. I'll see you in the verse. Bye for now.
Hey everyone, Brian Chambers from the Frankfurt office. This week I will try to appear more energetic. People keep saying that I seem bummed out or tired or sad, but I'm just a mellow guy. But I'll try my best. And yes, I did get a haircut. I do look a little less metal, so sorry, but thank you for all the support on Twitter. On to the team. In regards to weapons, the weapon team this week, although I can't really give out names because I shouldn't, we have final stages in regards to ship weapons, final stages on 1 new weapon, and concept phase on 2 other weapons. We also are in the final concept stage of 2 new FPS weapons. Engine, bug fixes, crash handler, R&D on terrain shadows. That's coming together really well. We did work on the runtime rig logic for character faces. That was on the engine side in combination with TechArt and some of our external vendors that are working on rigs with us. Bugs for 2.3.1, I believe. Did some improvements on EVA. Constantly tuning those to make sure that things look right, that they appear right, and that the foundation's there strong for us to expand on future stuff that we want to do with them. We did track view improvements. I mentioned before, track view is the tool that the cinematics team uses. So they need all these parts and pieces in place to be able to do things as efficiently as possible. So most of the improvements are based on efficiency, so Hannes and the guys can pull things together easier, or they're not having to redo things constantly. We also fixed some audio bugs in game dev and worked on fixing projectiles to function within the local physics grid a bit easier. On the AI front is AI is something that'll continuously go on for quite a while. Bug fixing, they did some stuff of working with interactors. They're doing some testing in the Idris on a terminal and seeing interaction there and how that's functioning. Subsumption is something that's always going to be going on, so continue to work on there, and a few various other things. In regards to game code, we submitted the first version of a new health system and then had to do work to update the health HUD to work with that new system. And started phase 2 already of the health system. So hopefully there's some improvements there that you guys will see soon. For cinematics and design, I don't really have any huge updates this week. Todd Pappy's been traveling to our other studios. Although designers are busy here, I didn't want to bug them and already had enough to talk with the other guys. As far as the office space goes, we had 4 new people start with us last week. On April 1st, we had Melissa, QA on the engine side. She's a transfer actually from the Austin team. I think that team's put out some videos, so you may have seen her in the past. We had Owen, who is a senior animator on the cinematics side to help out with the cinematics team. Also for the cinematics team, senior producer Judith. Happy to have her on board to help us start wrangling more of this stuff together. As of now, all those kind of tasks of wrangling everything have been shared. And then we had Anis, which is an engine programmer. So yeah, 4 people within one day is pretty nuts. But so the team is also busy, what we call onboarding those guys, is making sure from each discipline they meet the right people, they know where all the documentation is, they know where all the best practices, they start reading up on the discipline a bit more, understand what they need to push on and so on. So I've already talked for almost 5 minutes because I have a clock right here. So I will shut up, but thanks again for all the support. Thanks for all the messages. Hopefully I was a little more peppy. I know I'm not crazy peppy, but yeah, thanks and see you next week.
Thank you, folks. Let's check in with Community Manager Jared Huckabee, who sat down with Design Director Todd Pappy.
In this week's ATV interview.
Thanks, guys. This week on the ATV interview, we're sitting down with design director out of Foundry 42 Frankfurt, Mr. Todd Pappy. Todd, how you doing, man?
Good to see you again.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back. You're in town for like a day, and I begged you. I'm like,
a week and then a day.
Like, please, will you come in? Will you sit on the show and talk? Now, we've had you on the show before, but every time it was like almost half a year ago. We've gained 300,000 new people who have no idea who you are. So you're Todd Pappy. You're the design director for Star Citizen. What does that entail? What do you do for Star Citizen?
So basically in charge of design. I mean,
okay.
So
that's been the ATV interview. Thank you for watching.
So making sure that I work very closely with the other.
I'm gonna turn up my mic volume. And I'm going to turn
I'm just like, why
This
would they
one,
watch
yeah.
your stream to watch somebody else's stream?
Yeah, no, that's a valid point. It's a valid damn point. Okay.
What am I doing?
So I can do this. I can reduce the size of this a little bit. All right. So now I'm gonna try this out now that I'm all set. So basically what I've done is I've velcroed these down now so they don't go anywhere, and I put my labels on there. Now I'm going to try it out, and I programmed a whole bunch more stuff, as you can see. Before I only had a couple. Hey there. Alright. What time is it?
12:30.
Sweet. Perfect. Slightly too much. There we go. I don't really think I need that. I think everybody can still see me.
For one, companies known as good places to work, such as Starbucks.
See, I wanted to turn my sound up again a bit. Was I good enough here?
Chat online.
Oops. Give this a go.
Bogey, scanning.
Oh yeah, I can't move. Can't move before that portal. I think that's what happened, is I was moving when it like kicked me into the game. And so it like automatically for some reason set my
Warning.
stuff all over.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Online. Bogey, scanning.
Vandal swarm initiated.
Bogey, scanning.
Okay.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Scanning. Bogey.
It's so hard to see these guys when they're down there like that. I think I've ever started from this exact spot. Oh, I guess stole
Zero
it somehow.
hostile contacts remaining.
I don't know how he stole that. It must be desynced, yeah.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Bogey.
He was like way over there.
Scanning.
Missile maybe? I don't know. Maybe just run into the crowd.
Missiles dropped. Proximity alert. Target destroyed.
Zero hostile
Wow,
contacts
missiles
remaining.
are way more useful now. How am I doing?
Contact. Elite units en route.
Bogey scanning. Scanning. Overhead shields charging. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Player. Player. Target destroyed. Player. Target destroyed. Shields full. Target destroyed.
Elite units eliminated. Warning.
Alright.
There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Bogey. Bogey scanning. Aft hit. Shields charging. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Proximity alert. Shields charging. Player.
That was crazy. I have no idea, but something somehow shot like 15 missiles at me.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Zero hostile contacts remaining. Warning.
Just
There are
missed, like,
multiple
8
hostiles inbound.
asteroids there just after a second.
Bogey.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like my whole screen all the way across. I'll show it to you on the
Forward
playback
hit.
once
Aft
I.
hit. Shields charging.
At least I still have my guns.
Target destroyed. Shields charging. Forward hit. Aft hit. Forward hit. Warning. Systems overheating. Warning. Systems overheating. Target destroyed. Forward hit. Aft
Overheating
hit.
system.
Locked. Shields charging. Target destroyed.
Zero hostile contacts remaining.
Ooh. Well, that was interesting.
Contact.
really interesting.
Elite units on route.
Actually, you know, my whole screen, like all the way from here to here, was just like separate missiles.
Elite units eliminated.
I don't know how I still have my guns sitting out there on the far stretches of my wings. My wings are gone, but the guns are still there.
That's funny.
Let's see.
Shields charging. Apt. Shout. Online. Lock. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Target destroyed.
Nice. So apparently your weapons or your missiles now switch targets if you miss your own target. Man,
Zero hostile contacts remaining.
Shields full. Starfarer.
Oh, what was
Shields
that?
charging.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Bogey.
I think that was my
Okay,
friendly
scanning.
guy. I think he's getting ticked off, maybe.
Shields full.
It's competitive, man.
Shields charging. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Proximity cover. Shields charging. Forward proximity cover. Active proximity cover. Active. Shields charging. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Shield.
Zero hostile contacts remaining.
Sweet.
Contact. Elite units on
This is getting
route.
so much easier after just a day of use.
Scanning. Lock. Missiles. Lock. Overhit. Shields charging. Destroyed. Shields charging. Check. Flare. Online. Flare. Target destroyed.
Elite
cool
units eliminated.
That was really cool. That was one of the like fly
Warning.
through the
There are
explosion
multiple
of
hostiles
your
inbound.
victim kills.
Shields charging. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Zero hostile contacts remaining.
Sweet.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Never sure if it's like mine goes on and off, so I'm never sure if there's anybody watching or not. This stuff isn't the most interesting though, but you know, at least. I'm flying in a three-gun ship.
Destroyed.
And not as everybody else.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Flare. Target destroyed. Shields charging.
Zero hostile contacts remaining. Contact.
I feel like I'm
Elite
getting really
units
good
en route.
at this stuff.
Bogey. Scanning. Shields full. Shields charging. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Shields charging. Target destroyed.
I blacked out.
Elite units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Bogey, scanning. Scanning. Clear. Shields turned. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Lock. Target destroyed.
Zero hostile contacts remaining. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Bogey, clear. Bogey, scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Target destroyed. Clear. Forward. Shield charging. Lock. Missiles drop. Shields charging. Target destroyed. Bogey scanning. Clear. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Proximity alert. Aft. Online. Aft. Proximity alert. Shields charging. Target destroyed.
Zero hostile contacts remaining.
Resetting.
Contact. Elite units en route. Stand by for reintegration.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online. Scanning. Bogey.
Oh, don't freeze on me now. Sweet.
Lock. Shields charging. Lock. Missiles drop. Target destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Sure wants to freeze up.
Shields charging.
Oh, there we go.
Shields full. Target destroyed.
Elite units eliminated.
freezing like that, but I hope it doesn't.
Warning. There are multiple
I got 2
hostiles
rounds
inbound.
left, so I hope
Bogey, scanning.
I can
Scanning.
actually finish these rounds. Nice.
Weapon system is offline. Shields charging. Shields Shout. Online. Forward proximity alert. Active proximity alert. Target destroyed. Shout. Forward hit. Shields charging. Lock. Shields charging. Forward proximity alert. Lock. Shout. Lock. Missiles dropping.
Not exactly sure
Flare online.
I must have lost. I must have launched the wrong countermeasure.
Flare. Target destroyed. Shield full. Bogey. Weapon system. Shields charging. Propulsion bogey warning. Systems overheating.
Your ace status has been revoked.
Huh.
Stand by for reintegration.
Anvil
So I had
aerospace.
full
All systems
shields.
online.
Did he
Scanning
get
bogey.
booted?
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
0 hostile contacts remaining. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Bogey. Bogey scanning. Shield charging. Warning. Forward shields 25%. Shields charging. Warning. Forward shields 25%. Forward shields active. Shields charging. Destroyed. Flare. Lock. Shield charging. Active. Target destroyed. Forward hit. Warning. Forward. 25%. Shields charging. Lock. Flare. Missiles dropped. Active proximity alert. Weapon system is offline. Shields charging.
Come on, there, flare.
Target destroyed. Shields charging.
Zero hostile contacts remaining. Contact. Elite units en route.
Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Propulsion low. Forward hit. Warning. Forward shields 25%. Propulsion low. Shields charging. Propulsion low. Warning. Systems overheating. Warning. Systems overheating. Target destroyed. Shields full. Forward hit. Shields charging. Aft proximity alert. Shields charging. Forward hit. Shields charging. Forward hit. Shields charging. Aft proximity alert. Warning. Systems overheating. Shields charging. Target destroyed. Aft hit. Alert. Aft shields down. Shields charging. Aft hit. Forward hit. Shields full. Forward hit. Shields charging. Shields charging. Forward. Shields full. Shields charging. Shields full.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Shields charging. Target destroyed.
Your ace status has been revoked. Simulation ended.
I don't know why that one hit me. Damn. Let me say we try some PvP. Just see how it goes. I hear it's impossible to hit anybody. But we'll see. 80.
Aerospace. All systems online. Bogey scanning. Bogey.
Oh, did you see that thing spin? Totally screwed.
Lock. Bogey. Bogey scanning. 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 Bogey. 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 Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Lock. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey. Bogey.
Fire my missile at him. The hell? That was wacky.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary. Stand by for reintegration.
Envid Aerospace. All systems online. Scanning. Bogey. Lock. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Shields charging. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Scanning. Lock. Missiles drop. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Forward proximity alert. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. After hit. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Alert. Aft shields down. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Shields full. Shields charging. Shields charging.
That's an interesting one.
Stand by for reintegration.
Warning. Systems overheating. Enter aerospace. All systems online. Scanning. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Bogey. Lock. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Forward inbound. Bogey. Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Lock. Missiles dropping. Shields charging. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Shields charging. Flare. 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 Shields charging. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Attack. Online. Flare. Online. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Forward hit. Bogey. Bogey. Flare. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Bogey. Flare. Forward proximity alert. Proximity alert. Bogey. Scanning. Flare. Bogey. Flare. Bogey. Bogey. Forward proximity alert. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. confirmed. Aft hit. Clear.
Yeah, that's hard when there's no sync. It's ridiculously hard. Olag was using lag. That guy that was on the picture, that was the one I was shooting at for the longest time and just couldn't do any damn damage to. So, you know, it is what it is. I also forgot I was going to head to the hangar and try out these other weapons. These are pretty good ones. They do good damage. But oh, actually, you know, I don't even know if I got them. We'll see. I'm gonna have to figure this out so I don't have to lean forward quite so much to be able to FPV. So I don't have the Badgers on, so that's nice. So anyway, I guess I got what I got. It's just hard to do much with those. One more and then I am headed out of here. I'm going to the beach because it's like 80 and I'm sitting inside playing video games. I didn't mean to go private match. Welcome, thanks for watching. This is day 2 on the joysticks. I've been calling them HODOS, but they're not. So, trying to do what I can in these matches. There's a lot of lag. Or desync. It's not really lag because we're not necessarily lagging. It just actually, am I even hooked up? I don't even know if I'm a hardline. Oh yes.
Aerospace. All systems online. Bogey scanning. Bogey.
All right, here we go.
Bogey scanning. Lock. Bogey, scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey, scanning. Bogey. Forward hit. Shields charging. Bogey, aft. Proximity alert. Bogey, scanning. Bogey, warning. Systems overheating.
Really?
Bogey.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary. Stand by for reintegration.
So, whatever that system is, it's completely broken, because...
Warning. Systems overheating. Anchor aerospace. All systems.
I don't know, maybe you guys saw
online.
something I didn't
Scanning.
see,
Bogey.
but...
Bogey, scanning. Bogey.
First off, I fired my chaff. So, there's no reason I should have actually got hit there.
Lock. Bogey, scanning. Bogey, scanning. Bogey. Aft right. Shields charged. Scanning. Shields charged. Bogey, scanning. Bogey. Lock. Missiles dropped. Bogey. Forward hit. Shields charging. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey.
This guy's fucking immune.
Bogey. Shields full. Shields charging. Starboard. Proximity alert. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Aft. Shields full. Bogey. 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 Shields charging. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Player. Shields charging. Bogey. Shields. Proximity alert. Player. Bogey. Scanning. Starboard. Proximity alert. Player. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey. Shields charging. Bogey. Bogey. Player. Bogey. Charging. Bogey. Player. Shields charging. Shields charging. Propulsion is offline.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary. operation.
Systems overheating. Anchor Aerospace. All
Alright.
systems
Somebody's-
online. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey.
Looks like he left.
Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Lock.
Quick on the week, guys, but I can't.
Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Scanning. Bogey.
Yeah, I gotta figure out something for that. Alright, well, I'm done. We can head to the beach. It's almost done. Cool. Alright, well, it's too laggy for me anyway, guys. It's hard to do anything. So, thanks for watching. You one watcher, you. Or two watchers. So, I'll be back on, what, Sunday? Is it Thursday today? Yeah, I'll be back on Sunday. So, take it easy. Mama Citizen. Make sure you sign up for the game and use my little number thingy that's, down there somewhere. Yeah, for free credits.